guarantee the safety of your own crew. Now, shall we begin?
I'm sorry.
We're outnumbered. Outgunned.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I only know what I can do.
The ship's dead, sir. She's gone.
No, she's not.
No ship should go down without her captain.
I believe in you, Jim.
Star Trek Into Darkness might be my favorite movie with the word star in it. I'm totally serious. I'd have to rewatch some of the Next Generation movies to be sure, but as of right now, it's my pick. Holy, this movie's good. Just the opening scene. It's bright, it's colorful, there's red, it's media in res, or media on res. And the Enterprise is going out of their way and breaking a bunch of Starfleet regulations just to save a little species. It's like, you guys are the best. And Spock is being Spock, and he's like, the Prime Directive, and Kirk is all like, oh, they saw us, big deal. I don't think I emphasized this well enough in my last review, but the casting in this movie is some of the best casting work decisions I've ever seen. Chris Pine is like raw charisma. I cannot think of anybody else for his role. Just his line delivery is so good. When he's getting scolded by Pike and he's like, what's the lesson to be learned? He's like, never trust a Vulcan. And he's like smacking Spock on the chest. He's like, come on, Spock, a 5-year mission. The plot of Into Darkness is also very, very, very well written, and it doesn't like even spill the beans on what's going on until like halfway through the movie. It's a very intriguing storyline. It's like, oh, this Benedict Cumberbatch is attacking us and we don't know why, so we're gonna go kill him. And then he shows up and then he's like, don't open the torpedoes, don't open the torpedoes. It's like, what's going on with the torpedoes? And then the hot girl sneaks on the ship. It's like, why did she sneak on the ship? Then there's a dude at the torpedo, and it's just like, what is going on? And it's like, once Benedict Cumberbatch is like, how many torpedoes? And he's like, 72. And he's like, I surrendered. It's like, the movie is so engaging and gripping in that regard. Michael Giacchino's score is great, as always, and there's a specific scene at the beginning, too, when he's playing the piano, and it's when Benedict Cumberbatch is like, your daughter, I can save her. With very minimal dialogue, it explains what's going on, and that is super rare and just never happens in movies these days. We didn't need a drawn-out scene between him and his wife arguing about anything. It's like, we get it. We get the point. Her daughter's dying. It's very sad. His daughter's dying. It's very sad. But the other best part about this movie is that all the problems I had in the last one were, like, totally fixed in this one. There was, like, 2 or 3 lens flares in the whole movie. And the camera work is really, really smooth. Well done, JJ. Well done. Well done. You messed up, you realized it, and you fixed it for next time. And among the characters, like I said, they work really good together, and it's just the dynamic between, like, Spock's like, do you get why I had to go back for you? And Spock's like, oh, Prime Directive, Prime Directive, Prime Directive. Kirk's like, I can't just leave you to die, dude. This movie is just fabulous the whole way through. If there are a couple flaws in the movie, it's that Kirk's reaction to Pike dying is a little over the top, and his cry face is, like, super exaggerated, and, like, we get it, he's dead, but jeez, you look ridiculous. And when Simon Pegg Scotty was like, this is the last straw, I resign, do you accept my resignation or not? That was totally out of nowhere. And just Carl Urban as Bones with his lines. Jim, you just sat a guy down with no cards and told him to bluff. Jim, you don't rob the bank when the getaway car has a flat tire. And then Benedict Cumberbatch. And in the first Star Trek, Nero was a pretty generic villain. He got really angry and he was a bald guy with tattoos. He didn't really have any personality whatsoever. And Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan could not be further from that. He is, holy smokes, he's one of the best performances of 2013. Just how open and enunciated his face is when he's talking, and he's so articulate. It's like, this guy is better. And I buy that, and I believe that. And he's like, he's a superhuman, and I'm smarter than you, and stronger than you, and faster than you. Especially when Khan is going through the ship and just killing everybody. You're like, he is not human. He's a badass. And he takes out like a whole squad of Klingons. The best part is he's not even really the villain. I mean, sure, he's killing innocent people at the beginning, but then he's sort of not the villain, and then he's full on the villain again, when he's like, yeah, just kind of 9/11 San Francisco. And there's some boobs in this movie, and they're actually like relevant to the plot. Like, hey, not only is she hot, her presence on the Enterprise has big influences later in the movie. And there's a lot more Enterprise to big things scale when the Enterprise is here, and they have like the just bigger, twice as fast, 3 times the size, and all these weapons Enterprise. Because this is the shape of an Enterprise. I actually have little ornaments, but they're all the way downstairs, and I don't want to dig them out. Alright, here. Alright, so it's like Enterprise and like bigger Enterprise. Wait, it's facing the wrong way. There. In this movie, it's all about line delivery, line delivery, line delivery, and he's like, Captain.
Can't even guarantee the safety of your own crew.
There's a couple of really good one-shots in this movie where Kirk like goes in an elevator, comes up, or sorry, turbo lift. Oh no, wait, that's Star Wars, right? It's just elevator in Star Trek. Okay, when Kirk goes down a hallway and into a lifty machine, and then comes out like on another floor, and it's all in one take. It's just like they had to build all those sets. That's impressive. This is also the last time we ever saw old Spock. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I also love it when Khan Cumber crushes that guy's head like a watermelon, and he did it right in front of his daughter after he broke her leg. That was so metal. And when the super big black Enterprise starts like just carving down the city, I really love it. It gives you that scale for how big these starships are. They're like 3/4 of a mile long. Star Trek Into Darkness has great action. It's well directed. The music's great. Just the writing and the casting. It's every essential piece of a good movie is here. And the only real flaw in the movie being that everybody's sideburns are really long and pointy, and it looks stupid. Because Star Trek Into Darkness is a 9 out of 10. It's like, what the hell is Star Trek Beyond even about? It's like, after the way Star Trek Into Darkness have ended, the third one should be about war with the Klingons. Because of how the second one ends, like, the Enterprise was in Klingon territory a little too long. And then a bunch of Klingon people ended up dead, and they're just gonna forget about that and forgive it. No, this next one should be called Star Trek War, and should be rated R, and everyone should die. Justin Lin, I will hold you personally responsible if this movie sucks.